Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my home again today. And I'm so glad you joined me and to check in with me of my thoughts on a Monday morning. And I must admit, last night I went to bed, I crawled into bed, and I just had to open the window. I love the sound of wind. Do you? I love to hear the trees, the chimes that I hear in the backyard. The wind soothes me. I know it shouldn't soothe you because wind can do a lot of damage. But for me, there's something about that wind that calms me. And as I laid there and listening to the wind, I was thinking about my life over the last week, and I have been on an emotional roller coaster, just like the wind. The emotions blow in unexpected. The winds cause me to drift in thinking of things that I shouldn't be thinking of, the what ifs and whys and what am I going to do, and the overwhelmness sometimes of people and the things that are going on in their lives, and my emotions are up and down. That's the kind of people we are. We are emotional people. God knows that. But as I laid there listening to the wind, I thought about how the power of wind and how God speaks to us in that power of the wind. I was thinking of that story when he was with his disciples on the sea, and the winds were just causing them to drift and to be afraid and overwhelmness. And they finally called on Jesus to please help. How can you be so silent in this storm? And Jesus said, I haven't been silent. I've been there all the time. And he stood up and raised his hand, and in a flash, the storm calmed down. I want to be a person listening to God at those moments of my life in the wind. I do not want to drift away from him. As we enter this week, which is Easter, we can get overwhelmed by, the buying, the food, seeing family, not seeing family. We can get so overwhelmed, but it's not the meaning of Easter. It's not the bunnies. I love everything about Easter. If you looked at my other tutorial on making Easter eggs, I love that. I love spring, but I don't want to drift away from the main reason for Easter. It's Jesus. What he did for us. God in himself came to earth to walk as we did, with the emotions. It's not just a fairy tale, it's true. Historians of all, whether they are believers in God or not, this historical fact that Jesus came and the things that he did, and guess what? He did die. He died. He was crucified on a tree, on the cross. But guess what? He rose again. He's alive. I don't want to drift away from that. I pray that this Easter weekend, whatever emotions you're going through, whatever the winds bring into your life, that you will not drift away. I'm reminded of this verse that I heard yesterday, which is Hebrews 2, verse 1. It says, therefore, we must pay much closer attention to what we have heard, lest we drift away from it. I know that you've heard of God. I know that you've heard about Jesus and all about the cross and what he's done. Don't drift away from that. Listen to him. Listen to him in the winds of the storms, whether the storms are soothing you like they did last night, or whether they are causing that emotional friction in your life. Don't drift away. This wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing that God has done for us to set us free, to anchor us in those storms of life. I pray that this Easter you will just listen to what God is saying to you and don't drift away. Have a great day, whatever you do, and please subscribe if you want to hear more of my thoughts. I'm an ordinary person just like you, and I just share these thoughts to encourage you to keep on track, to keep on opening the Word of God. Don't drift away. Have a great day.